right. Well, good day, you San Run Travel travelers. Here we are. We're in June, and it's the first Monday of June. So we wanted to touch base with all of you. Reg and I here. Say hi, Reg.
Hey, San Run travelers, how you doing?
We are excited. We really believe that the tour industry is going to restart right now, sooner rather than later. So we have begun making plans. Want to update you on where things stand and where we see things going. And we've got an exciting little short video for you that ties in with one of our tours. So here we go. Yeah, I wanted to give you a general tour status regarding kind of like planes, buses, ships, kind of everything that's been going on in the industry over the last few months. We have repriced our bus trips due to COVID. We are still going to try to limit them to some degree. We know people are itching to go, but we're still going to try to do some protocols with maintaining some social distancing especially. Now, what we are doing, though, we are relaxing our masking and temperature restrictions. As far as getting on the bus, we are going with the CDC guidance. We know that most people have been vaccinated, so we're going with the honor system. If you haven't been vaccinated, it is really still a good idea to mask up. But the only requirements that we will make when there's going to be masking is whether the casino, the airline, or the cruise line is going to mandate them. So we will keep you abreast of all of those as we go through each of the tours that are upcoming, probably for the next year. Who knows how long these things are going to stay in place. But we'll keep you posted on each of the tours as we do them. We've been to a number of places recently. The masks are coming off. Things are getting more unsocially distanced, if you care to do that. But we're gonna keep monitoring all of this as we continue. We will no longer require a waiver to be signed as we had through up until this last tour. We're going to waive on that requirement. We're just going along with what everybody else is doing and hoping we can get back and let you feel normal and really start to enjoy life again. Now, along with that, however, there are some changes that we'll be making to our deposit in our payment policies that have been, in some cases, required for us to really take a hard look at them because of COVID. Your $50 deposit will always hold you space as long as you get it in early. That's going to be a number one requirement. We are going to be requiring 50% standard deposit, probably right around 3 to 4 months ahead of the tour. I forget exactly what we made the policy, but it's a rather long period. And then 60 days ahead, within 60 days, we're going to require full payment. Now, the difference for you, our travelers, is you may want to consider more strongly trip insurance earlier in your purchase of our tour. Since we're flying more, the bus tours have never really required kind of a trip insurance because of the cost of it. But our flights, when we're flying somewhere, or the cruises, we're really going to urge you to consider travel insurance earlier than normal. We are planning to do a day trip in June or July. Now, we're not going to tell you where, right, Reg?
No, this is a mystery trip, and it's going to be a true mystery, I guarantee it.
We are excited. We found a location that we like, and we're not going to tell anybody about it. We are going to do it. The tentative date right now is July 11th. That's a Sunday. Now, we're not 100% sure whether it'll be July 11th because that's subject to change. But if Reggie is working out the details, so stay tuned, folks. We think we got a real winner coming up for you.
I think they're going to like this one. We're going to sneak this one in on them, and I believe that they're going to say, "Oh yeah, we got to go back to that one."
Yep, yep. We believe so too. And for those of you who are really looking to get away, well, along with our other tours, Las Vegas is very solid. We're about half full for where we'd like to be. So, and that's still, we are closing in on the 50% deposit for that because of airfare and changes that the airlines have made. So if you want to get in on that, get your $50 in real quick. But we are probably going to be within the 50% guideline here within the next week or two. As for cruising, it really looks like it's back. I just saw today or yesterday that probably 11 cruise ships have been cleared. I might have that number wrong. To do either test cruises or for-profit cruises, combination of cruise lines going out and doing it. We have not heard yet what the Florida situation is going to be with forced vaccinations. That's still going to be up in the air. And then, although Royal Caribbean is delayed many of their cruises till September, that has more to do with just getting the ships back online than it has not being able to figure out what to do. They still have a number of ships that they're planning to do test cruises on and get out in July and August. I've even seen where there's a potential that Carnival or Royal Caribbean might get a cruise out in June yet. But it's on its way, folks. And we're excited. We couldn't be more happy.
We really are looking forward to seeing a beach in Caribbean waters.
Oh, I'm telling you, I've got one scheduled, just a personal one for November, because quite frankly, I love the cruise, and I know Reg does, and we've got 3 of them planned for next year. We've been telling you about them. We're going to be coming up on really getting, ensuring that we can get space on the winter cruise that's going down to Mexico from to Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, Cabo San Lucas, and it goes out of LA. So we need to start planning on that. We've got a few people already signed up, but that's our annual winter escape. It's an unusual trip for us because we're going out of LA. $50 right now, but that 50% deposit is coming up in September. So you want to make sure San Run has kept your space, because what we're seeing is as soon as that space releases, fares are going up dramatically over what they were. So
we do have some pretty great rates for that cruise, because when we booked it, they were really trying to get people on the ship, so they gave us a real great rate. You want to take advantage of that if you have an opportunity to go.
Yeah. Okay. Then we do know we're going to the Mediterranean with MSC in September. That's a given. We know the ship. We know the ports. Check the website. That's our first time over. It's a big deal. We will be putting a hotel and airfare package together. Our current plans are to spend 2 nights in Barcelona before we take off on the cruise. So again, right now, $50 will hold that room for you. So, and you can start planning on paying that off over the next year. And then we're going to do the Caribbean. In the summer. It's going to be June or July. Right now, I'm looking at July 8th next year. We believe it will be on Virgin Voyages. That is subject to change. But regardless, if you want to do a family vacation or an adult family vacation, as the case may be with Virgin, give us a call. We are definitely going to go out. Again, Reg and I love cruising. The company loves cruising. We're getting ready to roll, right?
Hey, it's time to hit the waters and go rock a little bit on the boat.
Now, the one we want to tell you about, though, is that last month we didn't even know about this. We know that New Orleans, and you see the riverboat right behind me. Reg is on the beach down somewhere, probably Costa Maya or somewhere. But this riverboat behind me indicates that we are going back to New Orleans. I got notified by the courtyard a couple of weeks ago that they thought things were opening up. So we did some checking out, and things are open. The bars, the jazz clubs, the tours, the restaurants, the museums, the casino, everybody's open in New Orleans. So we have resurrected our tour, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it in a few minutes. But first off, just to get you excited, we have this little video to tell you about what there is to do in New Orleans. So get ready. Here we go.
Located 105 miles upriver from the Gulf of Mexico, New Orleans is the largest city in the U.S. state of Louisiana. Straddling the lower reaches of the Mississippi River, this port city has long been at the crossroads of exploration, trade, and commerce. New Orleans is a melting pot of cultures that has happily simmered away since 1718. So, what's in the pot? Cultural influences from France, Africa, Brazil, and the Deep South mix with Catholicism, voodoo, Cajun Zydeco, and Dixieland jazz to make New Orleans one of the most lively and popular destinations in the USA. Laissez les bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. That's the motto New Orleans lives by. And newcomers usually waste no time in heading to where the good times roll the loudest, the French Quarter, the birthplace of jazz. Lined with bars, clubs, and restaurants, the Quarter is home to one of the most party-friendly streets in the world, Bourbon Street. But the French Quarter is more than just a good time. It's also where you'll find many of the city's prime attractions. Start your day in the Big Easy with a Café au Lait in Jackson Square. Riding tall in the saddle is Andrew Jackson, the general whose ragtag army of locals humiliated the British in the Battle of New Orleans. Jackson Square is lined with many of the city's grand old buildings, like St. Louis Cathedral. On either side of the cathedral are the Cabildo and the Presbytère, just two of several historic French Quarter buildings which make up the Louisiana State Museum. Across the square is the 1850 house, which recreates life in a row house from the antebellum era. Just around the corner, the old U.S. Mint preserves the city's mercantile and musical treasures. While it's tempting to spend your entire visit in the French Quarter, and some folks never leave, New Orleans offers plenty of other flavors too. Cross over Canal Street into the Warehouse District, an area of renovated grain stores and sugar presses now packed with galleries and chic boutiques. A little further uptown in Memorial Hall, the faces and voices from the American Civil War reach out across the cannon smoke of time. Just nearby, discover why the National World War II Museum has been hailed as the most important Second World War repository in America. Climb aboard a St. Charles streetcar bound for the Garden District. Here, amid the Victorian cottages and stately plantation homes, you'll find Lafayette Cemetery. Join a tour run by local volunteers or explore the crypts on your own. But be warned, the cemetery is regarded as one of the country's most haunted. When it's time to rejoin the living, follow your nose across the road to another New Orleans institution, Commander's Palace Restaurant. Ride the streetcar a few stops further west to Audubon Park. The park is home to the charming Audubon Zoo, which features a quaint southern touch, an alligator-filled swamp. The zoo is part of the Audubon Nature Institute, which includes the Insectarium and the Aquarium of the Americas. While at the nearby New Orleans Museum of Art, explore paintings, ceramics, and sculptures from across the ages and from around the world. Visiting New Orleans outside the carnival season? No problem. Just head across the river to the Mardi Gras Museum, which brings one of the world's greatest festivals to life all year round. New Orleans' distinctive and sometimes fiery cuisine will ensure you never miss a beat. Local specialties like gumbo, po' boys, and pralines are available everywhere. But it's the music here that truly feeds the soul. So when the sun starts to set, head for one of the many jazz or blues clubs on Frenchman Street before heading back to Bourbon Street, where the New Orleans good times roll on and on and on.
And I tell you what, that doesn't do even all of it justice. It is just one of our favorite cities, and we just can't wait to get back down there. We've got some people already going with us, and we're going out of Akron-Canton, which is, I'm saying we're going out of Akron-Canton, which has been a request from a lot of people for us, but we can't do a formal group with the airline we need to go with. We're going with a new airline, Breeze, and it goes direct from New Orleans and back to Akron-Canton on the days we needed it. So we're going to go direct out of Akron-Canton. Part of the reason you need to sign up right away to make sure that the space on those flights continues to be open. That tour is August 8th to 12th. It's for 4 nights. We're doing only New Orleans. We are including on this riverboat behind me a dinner cruise with the Dukes of Dixieland. So that's already included. We already are including 2 other tours that's kind of a pick and choose, one from column A, one from column B, that you can go on that are included with the package price. Now, that means that you may not have the friendly faces of Reggie or I on your tour, but we're using people we've trusted and locations we know of that we feel confident you'll be fine with. We have identified the tours that I'll be on. When Reggie tells me which one he's going to do, we'll let you know them, if he's going to do the same ones or not. I don't know if you've looked at them yet, Reg.
Yeah, I've looked. I just haven't made up my mind yet. Sharon is still kicking it around as to which direction she wants to go in.
Well, the one I can guarantee you Pat and I are going to be doing is the tour to Frenchman Street to listen to the jazz. And anybody you talk to, we have discovered that's where the New Orleans jazz is now being played. They've turned Bourbon Street over into Party Central. There's still a number of jazz clubs in Dixieland on Bourbon Street, but nothing like what used to be. So we're going out to Frenchman Street and tour that. So that's included. Flight from Akron-Canton are included. A 3-day pass on New Orleans trolley system, which is one of the best we've ever seen, is included. And while we don't officially stay at Harrah's Casino, we are going to organize one day or evening or whatever, depending on how it fits into our schedule. Anyone who wants to go with us will be trundling up to the casino, which is about 4 blocks from our hotel. Probably take the trolley, never know. But also, you do need to know that the Courtyard Hotel is right off of Bourbon Street. It's what, a block?
One block over from Bourbon Street.
So get with friends, get your spouses, your other halves, and let's get down to Bourbon Street.
They don't call it the Big Easy for nothing. So come on down and spend a little time on the Mississippi River and see how they do it down in the Big Easy.
We can't wait. That's August 8th, guys. Okay, we're ready for our monthly drawing. Reg, I know you told me there were 157 people last month, so why don't you give me number 138?
And that person is Marie Salzman.
Great. Marie, if you're listening, get a hold of Reggie. Make sure we have your email and your contact information, and we will be happy to send you a $25 San Run travel gift certificate, good for tours through 2023. We plan to be around that long and doing some of our fun stuff. That's it, folks. Reg, you got any closing comments for our folks?
Closing comments is we got a number of things coming up. Sand Run is back. We're putting together some dream trips for you, some daily day trips, and some overnights to just get away from it all. So we've got a variety of trips planned for you. We're ready for you to come out, hang out with us, spend a little time, and let's get out here and have some fun.
Till July, folks. Tune in July, and we'll talk about some more travel and some maybe even about a barbecue. Who knows? But join us. Have a good month. Glad to see you. Happy traveling.
Take care.